Hello, my name is Kane. This is Castle Tutelage, your home defense network. We haven't talked about home defense for a long time, so I'm going to reiterate a little bit of what we've discussed in the past, and that is home defense. And we're going to talk a little bit about the home defense scenarios. Okay, there are four general, broad home defense scenarios, and we're just going to be. I'm going to tell you them, and then I'm just going to discuss the first one. The first one is that mythical late night. You hear a bump at night, and you're usually starting out in your bedroom, and you're going from there. The second one is that they are trying to break down your door or window, some kind of a choke point. The third one is a very common one, is they'll ring your doorbell, and you or a family member will go there, open the door, and they just flood your home with quick and overwhelming force. The fourth scenario is an outside scenario. Like if you're doing yard work, they'll come and meet you at the yard work, or they follow you home from an ATM or buying gold or whatever. And they'll follow you home. You open the garage, and they'll meet you there. A next caveat to that is that they already know who you are, and they're waiting for you to come home, and they're waiting for you around your garage area. You open the garage, and they attack you. And the last final one is that they are already in your home, either waiting for you or going through your stuff, and you come home and you open the door and boom, there they are. Those are the four general scenarios that you need to really take a look for and plan for. The first one, we're going to discuss the first one because the first one is something that everyone plans on. Everyone talks about it on YouTube, and it doesn't happen that often. And I want to change the mindset of this late night bumping at night kind of a scenario. There's going to be two little caveats to that. There is going to be family members in your home, or you and your significant other are in the room that you're starting out with, and you go from there. So let's start out with just you, okay? You hear something late at night. You hear a bump. You know it's not your cat, it's a dog, a bat hitting your window, that kind of thing. I've had an owl hit my house one time. Came out, and the owl was sitting there going, so you got to take a look at what's going on. I don't know how an owl flies into a home with those big eyes, but anyway, so you hear that thing at night, and what a lot of people do is they'll wake up because they don't want to fully wake up, because if you fully wake up, it's going to be difficult to get to sleep. But what they do is they just sit there in bed and they listen for maybe another bump in the night. I don't recommend that. If you hear something that is out of the ordinary, the first thing you need to do is you need to arm yourself, okay? Get your gun ready, all right? Possibly have a phone in your hand, okay? That is something that you need to take a look at. Now, notice I didn't say start tromping around your home like Elmer Fudd looking for that bad guy, all right? Tactically, it's the wrong thing to do. They may have the jump on you when you're defending a choke point, a static area. We'll discuss the Alamo. The Alamo had an 8.5 to 1 dead ratio between Santa Ana soldiers and the Alamo. Now, I'm not talking wounded, I'm just talking dead. And what the Alamo were doing is that they were entrenched in a static position where they were just taking a very narrow point, a choke point in the home, and they're doing the damage. That's the way they're doing. So again, if you are invaded in your home, it's almost always going to be 2 to 5 people, and defending a choke point is going to be more apropos, easier to defend a choke point instead of walking through the home, especially with a handgun, because a handgun is twice as likely ineffective as a long rifle. Again, I don't care what bullet it is. The statistics are correct, that on a one-shot stop is only going to be taking your person out of the fight about 30% of the time, no matter what caliber you use. Because there's also a psychological aspect of being shot. It is more, what will take you out is not a physical thing, is the psychological makeup of your attacker. If they get shot and they realize that they get shot, that is more apt to take them out of the fight than the physical trauma that it is. If you have a dedicated individual, if you have someone that is on PCP, or a deranged person, if you talk to police officers, who are you afraid of? A dedicated, someone on drugs, or a deranged person, everyone's going to be saying a deranged person because they have disconnected psychologically from any physical pain. And that is how some people will be taken out of the fight is the physical pain and the knowing that they have been shot. So that is the more important part. So also, when you're defending a static point, what the military uses as a 9-to-1 ratio, if the military goes into an urban situation and they're going against guerrilla warfare that is entrenched in a position, they're in a static position, it takes up to 9-to-1 to take care of that one fighter. So again, you tromping around the home like Elmer Fudd. Stupid on so many other levels. Not to mention, if you are in a state that is not a stand your ground state, doesn't have a castle doctrine, if it does follow the 4 pillars, you walking through the home, the prosecutor may tell the jury that you were looking for the fight. You were actively looking to take someone out instead of just having a static position and calling the police, that kind of thing. Okay, so now the next scenario is what? Okay, family members in the home. Okay, no matter what they are. At that point, you may have to leave, collect them. If it's an elderly person, you may have troubles with them maneuvering, getting them back to the master bedroom. Usually the master bedroom is generally going to be your safe room. Okay. So let's just take that scenario. You go and get the kids and your elderly parents and you bring them back into your room. At that point, you switch from your handgun to a long gun. Okay. And then for me, a shotgun. I even like a 223 round. I like that round a lot in that situation. So those are. So when you come back, everyone will be in a safe area. You'll know where everyone is in the house, so you don't have to worry about lead being going down range with family members in the house, that kind of thing. So that is basically a general synopsis of how to identify the first scenario, which is that late night mythical thing bumping at night, compared to and using giving you guys an idea of what tactics you should use. Again, everything is very personal in the situation. What is good for me may not be good for you because of very different and specific reasons. But these are just giving you ideas on what you should do. And this is also giving you the ability to think about what the 4 scenarios are going to be using, the tools involved, the tactics that you need to use, and go from there. Again, my name is Caden. This is Castle Tutelage, your home defense network. I hope this helped.